How do you go about achieving your goals? Let's explore some intention setting today and make sure that this year you hit some of those targets. Hello, welcome, and of course, namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Really looking forward to sharing some intention setting processes with you today. And hopefully they'll help you to maybe actually access some of your deeper goals and will set you up with a process and really getting joy out of the journey rather than the destination. So when you're ready, go ahead and make yourself really comfy. Maybe you want to pause the video and go and make yourself a cup of tea. Maybe you just want to get a little snack. There's going to be a little bit of meditation in here. And what you're going to need is a pen and some paper. Okay, so hopefully you've got your pen and paper, you've made yourself super cozy, and we can get into this in a second. I simply want to quickly address the difference between goals and intentions. And some people might think, oh, well, they're the same thing. And some people might even debate that, well, an intention is just, oh, I'd like to do that. And a goal is, I'm going to do that. Yet I don't think that it's so black and white, in my experience at least. And I think that looking at intentions as rather a process and an intention of what you're going to do, rather than being like, oh, I would like to achieve this goal, that is my intention. You could look at it that way, yet we're not going to look at it that way. A goal, it's very obvious. It's something we want, right? And we're allowed to want the things we want. I'm not going to tell you you've got to justify them. I don't think any of that should be justified, unless, of course, it involves, someone else losing out or someone else getting hurt. I don't think that's clever, So a successful goal requires some quality intentions. So this is the way I look at it. A goal is the end product. It's where you want to be. The intention is the process. So you've got to kind of have a goal in mind. So we're going to just take maybe a goal and we're going to work backwards. That's the way I see it. It's like your goal's where you want to end up. And the intentions, all those things that you're going to do beforehand, that's going to get you to that point. How often have you found yourself going, I want this goal. I want to, climb to the top of a mountain. I want to dive to the depths of the ocean. Or I want to lose 15 pounds. Maybe you want to gain 50 pounds. I don't know what your goal is, yet I'm sure that a lot of you have had this experience. We set ourselves up for this goal and then we don't get it. We've tried so hard, yet things have got in the way. Maybe you've had a kid. Maybe a family member has died and that had so much impact on you. Maybe you got horrendously ill because you didn't have the processes in place, or you just got ill, and that's fine. Yet, as a result, that meant that you weren't able to hit your goal when you set your goal in place. You set that date and you're like, I'm going to make it by that point. Yet things got in the way, and that happens. Life happens, and that's okay. Yet we find ourselves deflated and we go, oh, I didn't achieve it. It doesn't feel great. Yet if we put all the intentions in place, all the the processes in place and we get so wrapped up in that, very often the goal actually shifts. We write down all these things that we're going to do and we stick to them. We make little checklists and we get them done. And then all of a sudden, boom, that goal came forwards. We got it earlier than we had expected to. So let's look into that. Right. So you got your pen, you got your paper, and we're going to explore intention setting. Why? Because the intention setting is going to set us up to achieve our goals. And how we're going to do it is by taking one goal and then we're going to build some intentions around that goal. So even just one sometimes works, but let's aim for 3 or 5. And then the more intentions, the more processes you have set up around achieving that goal, then the more likely it is you're going to achieve that goal. Okay, so what do you want to achieve? Could be anything. Dream big. Maybe you want to climb Everest. I don't know. Maybe you want to find the love of your life. You want to travel around the world. I don't know. Make it huge. Don't minimize yourself, please. Okay, this is an exercise in achieving what you're truly capable of. Our potential is so untapped. Have you got that goal down? And you can write it big. You can big sheet paper, get artsy with it, okay? Now, we've got to work backwards a little bit. So, if we take just the first thing, the most simple thing, let's make the most simple thing available. So maybe you do want to go on this ultramarathon journey, or you want to swim across the channel. Where's your current point? Okay, where are you right now? Maybe you've not even run 1 mile. Maybe you can't even swim a length of a pool, but you're dreaming big because you want to prove that you can. So what's the next step? What's the smallest step that you can take? What's the most measurable thing that you can do? And maybe that's just putting your trainers on every morning and getting out the door for a little bit of distance. Maybe it's getting a membership to a pool. So what's the small thing? And then let's get on to another one. What does your day currently look like? What do you need to do to achieve this? Where do you need to make space in your day? And some of this can be quite tricky, because on the journey to achieving our dreams, often we have to make minor sacrifices. Sometimes they even feel like huge sacrifices. So an intention could be, I'm going to watch less TV, or in the evenings I'm going to read a book. I'm going to make sure I get to bed earlier. You might be churning on ahead, and that's cool. That'd be great. If you've already got 5 intentions down about how you're going to build a new process for yourself so that you can get onto this goal, then that's amazing. You can sit back, put your feet up, drink your cup of tea. Let's get on to a third one. Who do you need to spend more time with? Who do you need to seek out? Often when we're chasing our dreams, it can get quite easy to be like, I'm all in, like this is all me, like I'm gonna get this done, and that's cool. Okay, you've got a lot of power, yet that we're not skilled in everything we want to be skilled in, right? You know, there's reasons we seek out masters. There's reasons I still go and see other yoga teachers. There's reasons I climb with the people I climb with because they know a hell of a lot more than me. You know, there's a reason I pick up books on memory by memory masters. Wherever there is something, there are going to be people at the highest level of that. So number 3 could be around, who do I need to be seeking out? And then let's build an intention around, let's say, diet. You know, is the way in which I'm fueling my body, fueling my brain, and giving me the amount of energy that I require to achieve this goal? And then let's finish off on the one that I think is most important. And this is my humble opinion. Number 5. They're in no specific order. Yet, this 5th one, you are enough. So while you're setting all these intentions on who you need to seek out and what you need to do and where you need to go and what you need to eat, you need to remember that you are enough. How easy is it to get trapped in that perfection role? I've got to do this every day, and if I don't, if I miss a checklist, then I've failed. That's the same thing with that whole getting too focused on the goal, right? You can get so focused on the goal that you actually just skip all this process in between, and then you get to this point and you completely miss it. You don't get there. I've done it a whole bunch of times. Got so focused on the goal that I missed the journey, you know, and actually still didn't hit the goal because I wasn't prioritizing, I wasn't focusing on my intention. So you are enough. Like, if you don't hit that goal because you set the intention that you are enough, you're not going to feel so beat down. I mean, the only person who can judge you is you. The only person who can make yourself feel rubbish about this is you. You can create a whole sort of thing in your head saying, oh, you know, people are going to look at me and judge me. And yeah, sure, maybe they are. But only you allow that to happen. So you are enough exactly as you are right now. And if you lie in one day, or if you eat a donut, okay, you're not a failure, okay? It's a little hiccup. So what? But I tell you what, when you accidentally do these things, and that's what they are, maybe call it a mistake, whatever you want to do, a little backslip, whatever it is, enjoy it. Like, if you have something sweet, something sugary, something, whatever it is, you are enough. You haven't failed. Look at it as a mini reward, or whatever it is. It's okay. So that's where I'd like to end that. Just knowing that whatever you do, you're doing the best you can, okay? Don't punish yourself. You know, life is to be enjoyed. At least I see that now. So with that in mind, just go put your pen down, put your paper down, and if you want to lie down, please lie down, put a little cushion behind the back of your head and get really comfy. Simply want to do a little breathing exercise, and a micro meditation is what I'm going to call this, for us to just soak in the work that you've just done. Okay, so when you're ready, make yourself comfy. Are you comfy? Take a little bit more time if you need. And then go ahead and close your eyes. And I invite you to have a little wriggle round. Just moving the body. Maybe you want to stretch through the neck a little bit. And continue to move freely for a couple more seconds. And naturally let your body come to a point of stillness. And hopefully you're feeling comfortable at this point. Especially if you're seated, hopefully the spine feels aligned from tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. And the chin naturally tips gently towards the sternum. That is the chest if you're not aware of that word. And this practice is going to be really straightforward, so simple. If your nose is a little bit congested, you can't breathe properly through that space, then please simply breathe in through your mouth and out through your mouth. We can take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. All the way into your belly space, up to your collarbones. And then exhale. You can breathe out through the mouth. And a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And one more like that. Okay. So we're going to try and recap on the intentions. That's all you're going to do. It's that simple. So in any particular order, whatever comes to your mind, and if you forget one, that's okay. Simply bring one to your mind, and you're going to take 3 breaths, and you're going to let whatever comes to mind around that. Free from any judgment. You're simply observing. That is the meditative practice. And then when you're ready, bring another intention to your mind. And you're simply observing whether you perceive it to be negative thought patterns or positive thought patterns around this intention that you've set. You let it be. You're not trying to hold on to anything, simply watching it. And then move on to another one. Maintain your constant flow of the breath. Each inhale, breathing deep into the body, and then as you exhale, you're relaxing that little bit deeper. You can even use that visualization of you're breathing life, you're breathing energy into that intention. And then as you exhale, you're breathing out any kind of negativity, any blocks that are trying to stand in your way. And hopefully you've worked your way through those intentions. Maybe you couldn't remember one here or there, and that's okay. And just slowly begin to wriggle and stretch and move through your body. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. A deep breath in. And then open your eyes. And if you're lying down, you can roll your way back up to seated if that works for you, or simply stay relaxed there. So if you want to continue with this process, please do. All you have to do is pause the video, lie back down, close your eyes, and breathe. That's the simplicity of this meditation, is you're breathing and you're allowing your mind to just drift. You're you're not holding on to anything. You're bringing up an intention, you're bringing up something that you're choosing, and then whatever arises around that, you might even feel it as a body sensation, a shift in the way in which you're breathing. So this is the intention setting, meditation, and practice. We've found our goal, we've worked backwards from it to figure out what intentions we need to put in place, what processes are going to help us achieve what we desire. Hopefully that has helped provide you with some solid insight into intention setting and creating successful processes for achieving our goals. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will respond to anything and everything that you provide me with. Until next time, I hope you have an incredible day. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.